The year was 1992. A stifling heat hung over the city, thick with unease. Whispers of a phantom, a specter haunting the night, spread like wildfire. They called him the Night Stalker. His name, whispered in hushed tones, was enough to send chills down the bravest soul. He was a phantom, a whisper in the dark. His crimes, as brutal as they were baffling, left a city paralyzed in fear. The authorities had no answers, no leads, only a growing sense of dread. Each night seemed to bring a fresh wave of terror, each crime more audacious than the last. The city held its breath, waiting, wondering when and where the shadow would fall next. The hunt was on, a desperate race against time to stop a predator before he could claim his next victim. The first crime scene was a gruesome spectacle. The victim, a young woman, lay sprawled on her living room floor. The air was thick with the metallic scent of blood. Her eyes, wide with terror, stared vacantly at the ceiling. The killer had left his mark, a chilling calling card, a single black rose placed upon the victim's chest. It was a calling card that would become synonymous with terror, a symbol of the darkness that had descended upon the city. The second scene was even more unsettling. It was a family this time, a mother, a father, and their two young children, all brutally murdered in their beds. The killer had left no trace, only a chilling silence that spoke volumes. The authorities were baffled. There were no signs of forced entry, no witnesses, no obvious motives. The killer moved like a ghost, leaving behind a trail of death and despair. Through painstaking investigation, a picture began to emerge. A troubled childhood, marked by abuse and neglect, had twisted the killer's soul. A string of petty crimes and increasingly violent outbursts painted a grim portrait of a young man spiraling into madness. He was a drifter, a loner, invisible to the world until he wasn't. Somewhere along the line, the rage simmering within him had boiled over, transforming him into the monster who now haunted their city. His crimes were not random acts of violence, but carefully orchestrated performances, each one designed to instill maximum fear. He reveled in the terror he inflicted, feeding off the city's collective fear like a vampire draining his victims. The city was a tinderbox ready to ignite. The media, hungry for any scrap of information, fanned the flames of fear. Public paranoia soared as rumors and speculation ran rampant. The police, under immense pressure to catch the killer, worked tirelessly, following every lead, however flimsy. The Night Stalker had become a national obsession. His crimes splashed across every newspaper and television screen. The killings continued, each one pushing the city closer to the brink. The body count rose, each victim a stark reminder of the evil that stalked their streets. The city held its breath, waiting for the next strike, praying it wouldn't be them. The investigation took a surprising turn. A cryptic message left scrawled on a wall at one of the crime scenes. The message, written in a strange, coded language, seemed to taunt the police, daring them to catch him. Experts were brought in to decipher the message, but it remained a tantalizing enigma. Was it a clue to the killer's identity, or a cruel joke designed to mislead the investigation? To this day, the identity of the Night Stalker remains a mystery. Did he disappear into the shadows, or was he lurking among them, waiting for the opportune moment to strike again? The question lingers, a chilling reminder that some monsters may never be caught.